We're talking about the solutions to the common energy leaks that leaders experience. My name is Brenda Winkle, and I'm your guide in this journey. So, we're going to be offering 3 solutions to the overextension that sometimes happens for visionary and intuitive leaders. We're going to be talking about an energy audit, the zip up method, and the don't hold it method. Okay, let's start with the energy audit. Today, or tomorrow, doesn't matter, but soon, I want you to perform an energy audit to identify where your leadership energy is being drained. And this is really the best way to bring awareness to the things that are fueling you and to the things that are draining you. Now, if you downloaded the energy audit, which was the free download, great. I'm so glad you did. You already have a head start on this. This is going to take it one step further. I've created an editable Google Doc for you so that you can track everything for a week. And I've created it with little drop down arrows so you can just really quickly enter in things, or you can type them in on your own if you want. But the point is, I want you to track, if you can, the things that are fueling and depleting you. Because if you're like most of us, or I'll just say like me, it's very easy for us to think that what we're doing is fueling us because you're a visionary and intuitive leader. You love to help people. You love to serve people. You love to see people grow and thrive. And chances are you are doing some things that do help people grow and thrive and that do support people, but they're also draining you. And when you get really honest with yourself and you start to track those things, you'll begin to identify what is actually fueling you. So here's the thing. With leadership, especially for people with deep intuition, high levels of empathy, high levels of compassion, one of our fears is if I manage my empathy and compassion, I'm not going to be as empathetic, or compassionate, right? Here's what I want to say. You will actually be more compassionate, more empathic, and more empathetic when you plug the energy leaks. And here's why. When you plug the energy leaks, you're going to have more potency. And the things that you do and give are going to be given from a place of generosity because you actually have the capacity to give. So even though this might feel really new, invitation to give it a try. Do this energy audit. And then in the next module, we'll talk about what to do with what you've found. So the thing I want you to promise me is no judgment. You're not going to be judging anything that you learn inside this energy audit. You're just going to perform the audit for about a week, recording as much as you can. And then in module 2, we'll talk about what to do with your findings, okay? But I have 2 more tools that I want to offer you that you can begin to implement right now, today. The first is the zip up method. This is a quick and effective energetic shielding technique to protect your energy from external demands, other people's emotions, and other people's energy. So what you're going to do is, now, let me say this before I get too much further. If you prefer a bubble up method, maybe somebody else taught you that, that's great. As long as you have something that you're using to protect your energetic field. Some people call it your auric field or your energetic field. Some people call it the electromagnetic field. You can actually measure this with science. And if you have a leak in your field, you are 100% absorbing other people's emotions and energy, and it's taxing you. So you're going to zip up just like you're zipping up a parka. Okay, you're going to start at the base of your torso and you're just going to make a zipping motion up. I recommend that you do this 3 times, and you're going to treat this a little bit like brushing your teeth. That means you're going to do it at least twice a day and more if needed. Okay. The zip up method is not a one and done technique. It is something that needs to be repeated often. And so you're going to do it at least twice a day, more if needed. I had an alarm set on my phone for probably 5 years, reminding me to zip up at 7 a.m. in the morning and 12 p.m. at lunch when I was in the classroom. So, invitation to use your phone to create those reminders and scaffold this for yourself so that you remember to zip up. So, the zip up method, you're just going to use twice a day, more if needed. Okay. And you're going to notice that you still have a full awareness of all of the emotionality of people around you, but you don't experience it inside your own body. It's going to be mind blowing. And remember what I said, this is not going to take away your compassion or your empathy. It's actually going to supercharge it. Here's why. Imagine if I am in an airport and I am going along with my own luggage. I have my carry-on backpack, I have my suitcase, and I have maybe the other bag. That's my stuff. That's my baggage. I'm carrying that along. It goes pretty well because I have it all figured out. I know how to carry my baggage through the airport. And then next thing you know, I'm trying to carry my baggage and your baggage at the same time. So I've got your bag, your backpack, your suitcase, and now I'm like a little bit of a Sherpa trying to get through the airport. It's so much harder, right? Well, now imagine with the zip up method, I'm still carrying my own baggage, and I can also see and witness and be aware of you and your luggage as well. But I'm not carrying it. I'm aware of it. I see it. I sense it. I feel it, but I'm not carrying it. And that's the beauty of the zip up method. So please give it a try. You're probably going to really like it. And you know what? Many times people with super deep empathy, like I'm talking actual empaths, will feel a little bit cheated for a day or two because you're like, wait, I'm not feeling everyone's sadness, grief, frustration, joy, ecstasy. And then you're going to notice that you have so much more spaciousness in your own life, in your own field, because you're not managing your emotions and everybody else's. So please give it a try for more than one day, especially if you're a deep empath. Now let's move on to the next method, which is called the don't hold it method. You can probably guess what's going to be inside this method. So this is the practice of consciously refusing to hold things that are not yours. So let's say, for example, that you are a leader who's leading a team. And one of the things that has begun to happen is your team begins to come into your office and unload on you. They unload on you their frustrations, all of the things that are challenging for them. And then they ask you, what should I do? Now, here's the thing. That's kind of a trick question. Because the truth is, nobody wants to be told what to do, including the people who are asking you, what should I do? Right? So here's what to do. If this has been your model, where people can bring things to you and you hold them, even with open hands, you're still holding them. Okay. So let's say that I was to say, I'm the team leader. The team has come to me. They want to know what to do. And I say with my open hands, I know that you can figure this out. Energetically, what I'm portraying with my open hands is I'm still willing to hold this for you. And what the perception of the other person is I actually have the solution and I'm just not telling you. And so the other person can be very frustrated by this kind of energetic exchange. They're bringing it to you, you're kind of holding it for them, and then you're not actually holding it for them. And so they can feel very frustrated. You, on the other hand, feel weighted down by all of this heaviness. And you also feel like, I want to help, I want to fix, I want to do all the things. It's a lot. So here's what you're going to do instead. And you can even practice this with your hands like mine are right now as you get the hang of this, because this is just an energy shift. We're going from here to here. Now, I'm going to say exactly the same things that I just said. I'm going to say, I know you'll figure this out. What do you think you'll do? But I'm going to say it with a different energy. I'm unwilling to hold this. I know, I trust in the other person's capacity to actually figure this out without me holding it. And so here's what that feels and sounds like energetically. I know that you will figure this out. What do you think you'll do? Can you feel the difference? I recognize it's very subtle, but what's being communicated here is, I'm not going to hold this for you because I trust in your capacity to hold it yourself. It's so powerful. And you can use this on your team, on your children, on your partners, on your friends. You don't have to hold things that are not yours to hold. You can have deep compassion, deep empathy, and not hold it. And again, back to the analogy of the airport, you don't need extra stuff to hold as a leader. So by learning to have that deep empathy and compassion and not hold it, it's going to be like you have found a whole new level of freedom. Now, these solutions are very simple, but they are incredibly powerful. Please don't underestimate the power of both the zip up method and the don't hold it method. They're going to help you maintain energetic sovereignty without feeling drained or overwhelmed. So I invite you to take a moment to reflect right now. Where do you feel the most energized by your leadership? And where do you feel the most drained? And then don't forget, you're going to be doing an energy audit. And if you're not into Google Forms or, Google Sheets and you don't want to do that, no pressure at all. I'll create a little demo graph right where you're watching this video so you can see an example of what I would invite you to do. And then you can just create that on your own. You can either put it on a piece of paper and draw it out, or you can create your own Word doc or whatever you want. My recommendation is to make it simple and make it fast. And so that's why I'm going to encourage you to use the Google form. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, Brenda@brendawinkle.com. And I will see you in the next module. Be sure that you take just a moment to do the interactive exercise, and there is a meditation for this module. It is the grounding and reclaiming your energy meditation. Okay, I'll see you in the next videos.